You're watching Wake Up Action News.
Good morning, I'm Megan McMahon and you're watching Wake Up Action News. We'll have your local headlines in just a moment, but first here's Brian Peterson in today for Rob Blair with a quick look at your AccuWeather forecasts. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Megan, and it is going to be another beautiful day around the North Valley, except possibly in the northern mountains. We actually may see a little bit of moisture dip down up into Weaverville and Hayfork later today, and even Boerne, about a 20% chance for Boerne. So for the most part, going to be dry, going to be beautiful. Taking a look right now outside, Reading temperature 52 degrees, 55 in Red Bluff, 59 in Chico, 45 in Quincy, 36 in Boerne, 36 in Chester and Weaverville, 44 degrees, 49 in Hayfork, and 58 in Oroville. And highs today are going to be just pleasant, 83 in Chico, 80 in Reading. We'll have more details later in the show.
All right, thanks, Brian. All right, well, good morning to you, Brian.
Good morning, Megan.
Now, you have been on many of our other shows, but this is your first time on Wake Up, so we just want to welcome you, and we're very happy to have you here.
Well, thank you very much. I'd like to do something about the time, though.
I know.
Could we make this happen about an hour or two later?
It does take some getting used to.
I imagine. Well, it's not going to take any time to get used to the weather we've got going today. It is just going to be gorgeous, but we're going to see some changes in store for us. We're going to go back to summer in the next few days.
All right.
Let's talk about it. Let's check outside and see what's going on right now. Up in Weaverville, nice and cool, 44 degrees. Hayfork, 49 degrees. In Chester is actually the cool spot, 36 and 36 in Boerne. Quincy, you're at 45 degrees. Chico, 59, 58 in Oroville, 56 in Corning, 55 in Red Bluff, and 52 in Reading. And we're going to see some very nice temperatures for the valley today. Just going to be 80s, 83 in Chico, and 80 in Reading. Really can't ask for much more than that. However, we're going to see a change coming very soon. Today, we may actually see some showers in the northern mountains. That is about an 80% chance, mostly for the northern mountains, Weaverville, Hayfork, and then sunny and warm tomorrow. And then the heat is on come Sunday. In fact, we're going to see temperatures hit into the mid-90s. So just be ready for that, and we're going to take a look and see what it actually looks like. You can see the rain to the far north. That is going to trim mostly to the north of us for the next couple days. This front actually is going to bring some southwesterly winds to mostly the higher areas, fairly gusty, and that's going to happen both today and tomorrow for two frontal systems as they push through. Going up a little higher, you can see more of this storm pushing through the north here, and there is even a chance some moisture will hit Boerne. So for the most part, the rest of us, we're going to stay nice and dry. Let's take a look at high temps today. Paradise, 79 degrees. Oroville, 85, 83 in Chico, 84 in Orland, and in Boerne, 69, and the very slight possibility of some showers later today, 80 in Reading, 83 in Red Bluff, and 85 in Corning. And up in Weaverville, 70 degrees, 72 in Hayfork, with that chance of some showers. And up in Susanville, 76, Chester, 69, and 77 in Quincy. Let's take a look at our extended AccuWeather forecast for today in Chico. 83 degrees, 81 tomorrow, 80 on Saturday. Then you'll see Sunday is where it kicks up a full 10 degrees, 90 degrees, and then the remainder of the week looks like we're going to be in the mid to low 90s. Very much the same thing happening in Reading, 80 degrees today, tomorrow 78, all the way through Saturday until Sunday, 92, and then come Sunday or Monday, we're going to actually see a high of around 95. I think we can call that hot, and the remainder of the week is going to be low 90s for most of the North Valley.
But 80 today. Beautiful.
80 today is going to be nice.
Very nice. All right, thank you, Brian. 5:43 is the time now. Just ahead in your world news, President Obama heads out west.
Good morning. We're looking at the sun just starting to peek up over Mount Lassen here. Beautiful clear skies for the most part, just some light clouds. We're going to be in the mid-80s in the valley and the 70s in the foothills and mountains. There is a slight chance of some rain in the northern mountains. We'll tell you more about that later in the newscast.
Afghanistan's president.
You're watching Wake Up Action News.
Good morning, I'm Megan McMahon and you're watching Wake Up Action News. We'll have your local headlines in just a moment, but first here's Brian Peterson in for Rob Blair with a quick look at your AccuWeather forecasts. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Megan. And if you loved yesterday, boy, you are just going to really love today. In fact, temperatures going to be about 3 to 5 degrees cooler than we had yesterday. So yes, it is spring. And in fact, we have very little in the way of cloud cover, and that rain that was occurring over the northern mountains has pushed onto the east, and everything is going to be dry today. Just a gorgeous day. We're going to take a look and see what we have outside right now. Redding 52, 54 in Red Bluff, 60 in Chico, 60 in Oroville, 60 in Paradise, 37 up in Boerne, Weaverville at 44, and Hayfork at 45. We're going to see temps today just gorgeous. Chico at 80 degrees and Redding 77. We'll have more later in the cast.
All right, thank you, Brian. Well, no, I don't think I've ever seen a lamprey before.
Well, when it's 2 feet, you notice something like that.
Yes, imagine swimming and seeing that right below you.
Well, swimming is definitely going to be on tap this weekend, but for today, guess what? We have actually a little bit cooler conditions.
All right.
So let's talk about it. Let's go outside and see how cool it is right now. 44 up in Weaverville, 45 in Hayfork. Up in Boerne, that's the chilly place right now at 37 degrees. Redding 52, 54 in Red Bluff, 56 in Corning, 61 in Chico, 60 in Oroville and Paradise, and up in Quincy it's 48 degrees. Chester checking in with 40 degrees. Let's go into the AccuWeather Center and see what we'll have for high temps today. Chico just going to be gorgeous, 80 degrees. And if it could be even more gorgeous, let's go over to Redding at 77. That's about 3 to 4 degrees cooler than we had yesterday. And skies are going to be just marvelous. We had a lot of high clouds yesterday, but that is going to be even clearer today. So cooler today. Gusty north winds very likely tomorrow as the low gives way to high pressure building up in the area. We don't know exactly how strong those winds are going to be, but if you're flying a kite, make it a small one because a big one might take you further than you want to go. Heat returns on Sunday. We're looking at temps in the 90s, even the mid-90s, very likely for Sunday and Monday. Let's take a look upstairs and see how we're looking. Right now, just a few scattered high clouds going out of the area. There was an associated low with that initial that we had yesterday. That'll be moving onshore later today and just giving us some high, thin overcast, but no rain for the northern mountains like we saw yesterday. Going up a little further, we can see that it's going to be clear for the next 7 days or so. So enjoy just that little bit of thin overcast for today because that's really all we're going to see in the way of getting in the way of the sun. Let's take a look at high temps today. Up in Paradise, it'll be 76, 80 in Chico, 81 in Orland, 81 in Oroville. In fact, we're going to see 81 being a very common theme today. Look at that. 81 in Red Bluff, 81 in Corning, Redding 77, Boerne 66, and up in Weaverville 68, Hayfork 68, and just marvelous sunny conditions. And up in Susanville 71, 66 in Chester, and 74 in Quincy. Let's take a look at our extended 7-day forecast for today. 80 degrees in Chico, 81 tomorrow, and very likely some gusty winds on Sunday. It kicks up to 90 degrees. Then on Monday, watch out, it's hot, 95 degrees. And then we're going to see a very likely slight cooling trend starting on Tuesday. Okay, it's a degree. It's a cooling trend. Wednesday, 91. And then look at that. We're into the 80s, possibly on Thursday. Same thing going on up in Redding, except just really comfortable temperatures today and tomorrow. Then Sunday, again, it's getting warm, 92. 97 on Monday, and then just knocking back a few degrees every day right and through Thursday, all the way down to about 90 degrees. So it's going to be just a marvelous spring in this area.
Yes, I am looking forward to the weekend. Perfect timing for this, too.
Definitely.
All right, thanks, Brian. 5:39 is the time now. Just ahead in your world news.
Another mass killing of civilians leads to calls for world action in Syria. I'm Susan McGinnis in Washington. That story coming up.
And the Southern California man who spent years in prison for a rape he did not commit is getting his shot at a pro football player career. See how he's finally starting to live his lifelong dream coming up next.